Mr. President, you can't speak from there now. You can go to your seat. Then when you get your seat, I'll recognize you.
Hello, guys, what's up, and welcome back. This is AKTV Naija, and I'm your girl, I'm Sylvia. On our latest update, based on the popularity and the trend making the rounds on the media today, is the case of our Senate President and the beautiful Senator Natasha. For those of you who do not know the full story and the ongoing development, it all began on Thursday last week at the National Assembly in Abuja. Senator Natasha was asked to relocate from her seat during a hearing. However, that didn't sit well with her. That didn't sit well with Senator Natasha. She struggled to read the laws of the Constitution in defense of her rights. However, she was shut down and her microphone was turned off. More humiliating acts by the Senate President unleashed as the Senate President instructed that the female senator be removed from the House. Be removed. Yeah, I don't know what you think of this, but please do me kind to drop your comment stating how you perceive or feel about this.
Order, please.
Distinguished Chief Whip of the Senate, your point of order is sustained.
Order, please.
Nice to speak from there. That is the order of the Senate.
Sir, order 10 on privileges.
Asha,
Any senator may rise at any time
can the
to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been
that allows suspension immediately.
Or refer.
Pemidemfo. Why are you doing like this, Mbok? Daddy Mbok, say the truth. Was her beauty disturbing you? Maybe her beauty was disturbing you at that row or at that seat where she was. But wait, sir. Wasn't it you who had a drama display for the same exact reason when the president of the Senate, Saraki, in the same manner, said to you to move to another seat? At least his reasons were reasonable. His own reasons were reasonable. Still, you threw a tantrum with your ego as usual. I said, yeah. And now you're upset. I'm thinking you've forgotten. Don't worry, don't forget. Daddy, don't forget. I have a video for you.
APC senator also from Akwa Ibom State to speak and possibly respond to the accusation denied by the Senate president. You can't speak from there now. You can go to your seat. Then when you get your seat, I'll recognize you.
I sat next to Senator Kwankwaso until I was led by the sergeant announced that this is my seat.
I asked the clerk whether he allocated that seat to you. He said he didn't.
He told me he would prefer to sit here. So I said there is no microphone there, but he said he would still prefer to sit there.
If there's been a senator that have allowed to speak without a microphone state, it has never happened in this chamber. All we said is there's no microphone where you are, go to a place where there's one and you can speak. Now you have the floor, speak and let us make progress.
I want to apologize to my colleagues if I raised my voice earlier and to say that until the Senate is well reconstituted and until the sitting arrangements well arranged, I want to hold my peace.
Uncle, you see that the then Senate president handled the situation in a much prestigious manner compared to what you did. Even though you were a man. He didn't care that you were a man, but he treated you with respect and with integrity and with some kind of prestige. You know what I mean? How about you have played the same thing back at Senator Natasha? What do you think we'll be thinking? It doesn't matter what she did that triggered you into that action. At this point, we, the online judge, we see things differently, if you know what I mean. You were not asked to be thrown out of the house, remember? In fact, you had the chance to apologize. You didn't even read your constitutional Senate rights. So, Uncle Senate President, with due respect, sir, you should do better than yourself, really. How would you feel if your wife or your daughter were humiliated like this, the way you did to Senator Natasha? I'm just asking, I'm just asking, sir. Meanwhile, the host of Brekete Family, a popular show on human rights, radio and television, had an interview via call on radio with Senator Natasha. And here's the video.
I just surprised for now.
Hello.
Hello, distinguished Senator Natasha. Good morning, Gima.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Good morning.
You there live on air as I call you, so.
Oh.
You there comfortable to talk to me? Abi, you go end the call, make I call you back. Abi, you go call back.
Oh my God, this is ordinary president, right?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
voice.
Yes, ma'am. Distinguished Senator, ma.
I had. Okay, I'm actually confused. You've just taken me unawares.
Hey, sorry.
But I just didn't want to speak about this. I've turned down a lot of interviews and requests from television stations, but I have utmost respect for you.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
good work you're doing, and I just have to respond safely if they're not too direct. I don't know how to say, but anyway, go ahead, please.
This is just for you to address the world.
Oh my God.
Simple. We are not asking you any question. It's for you to address the world.
Okay, Senate President, Assistant Senate President, Ordinary President, thank you so much for calling me. My attention was drawn that you were actually speaking about the issue on your program today. So thank you so much for your concern. But you know, the thing is, there are certain rules in the chambers that whatever I speak of in the Senate can't be used against me. That means I can't be sued.
But outside?
But whenever, yes, if I make any utterances, considering the fact that I am facing a lot of harassment, I have been going through a lot, and I have remained quiet because I didn't want to be interpreted wrongly. I didn't want any lawsuits against me. I just wanted to be given a chance to work. A lot of my privileges have been denied. I have been pulled out from many international activities that I was part of. That is right after, that whole nightclub incident that happened last year.
Yes.
Ever since then, I have been sure. There was even a United Nations event I was supposed to attend, which the UN nominated me for. But my name was struck out that they will not promote me in any activity internationally. Okay. So every event I have been going for since last year have been self-sponsored. Whenever I feel an international event is of importance to my constituents, to Nigerian women, to Nigeria, I buy my tickets myself and I fund my trips myself. I just don't speak about it. So I have been going through a lot. So yesterday was just that changing my seat was more of a chance of silencing me or alienating me from being seen. Sitting arrangements is very critical. Like when the nearer you sit, positions you closer before the camera and gives you an added advantage to be called upon to contribute to the bits. But the seat I was now, ordinarily, I'm already sitting at the very back. If you see me, I'm sitting actually at the last seat just before the door. But then I was now moved suddenly without notice, without any information. My seat was moved to the far corner, a part where the cameras don't capture. Like if you sit over there, the cameras you won't even be captured. Nobody will even, except maybe they zoom out and they get to see you there. You will just easily be missing out. You can raise your hands up and nobody will call you. So that is why I said, no, I don't want to move to that seat. I wasn't notified. You understand? This is not a classroom. You can't just push me around. And there are other senators. There are 109 of us. Why is it me? Why do I have to move there? Why me? Just 2 weeks ago, I was removed from a committee from local content. I was moved from there because some people perceived that I was using that office to divert resources from the Niger Delta to the north. And that was not it. We have the Jakarta-Kaduna-Kano pipeline, which is going to be completed by the second quarter of this year, and we need feed gas for that. And the wake of, Nigeria is now positioning itself to be more productive. Industrialization is picking up. So the factories up north, like other parts of Nigeria, will need greater electricity supply. And now we have CNG cars, vehicles being converted to CNG. There will be a number of CNG stations across the north and every other part, like other parts of Nigeria. We need feed gas to service all of these spots. And it was even the president that assented to the executive order. So how does that, why picking on me? Like, basically, I'm not going to mention names specifically, but there's a whole lot going on. And all I would just say is, I appreciate Nigerians for standing up. I have been going through a lot. But I will not mention names.
It's okay.
But and in due time, if it depends on how things go, in due time I might have to come up personally to speak on everything.
Thank you very much.
I know that right now they are planning my suspension. If I'm suspended, fine. It will not stop me from doing my work wherever I can. Do you understand? I have a number of projects in line, and I will keep serving my people. I'll keep being a voice.
Thank you very much.
Do you understand?
Thank you.
And I will keep being a law-abiding citizen. So I did not speak out of order. He was reading my suspension, and I had to invoke Order 10, which is an order of privilege, which meant instead of suspending me, if you find me faulty in any area, send me to face the Ethics and Privileges Committee, almost like a panel. That was what I did. I had to invoke that order, which was a right of every senator who felt their rights were being infringed upon. That was what I did. If I had not done that, I would have been suspended on the floor. So I had to say that to prevent the suspension at that point. But I'm aware that there are still plans on the way to suspend me. And if I'm suspended,
don't worry,
it's okay.
Distinguished Senator Natasha.
Yes, sir.
The whole world is watching now.
Thank you.
After this conversation with you, we will put a call across to the Senate President and hear his own side of the story. But I want to assure you that the masses are with you on this matter.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate distinguished Senator Natasha. We go now to call Senate President Apkabio now. And 11 o'clock be this. Okay, Apkabio. Now in number I did look for so. Senate President. We they call the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished Senator, my name now Ordinary Ahmad Isa of the Human Rights Radio and Television. We did live on air, distinguished Senator, sir. Senate President, sir. He end the call. Make a call and back. Make una appreciate him. We in number we finish with 515. Distinguished Senator Godswill Apkabio, the Senate President of the 10th Assembly. 9 with the call, make you talk in own side of the story about what we see for the chambers. We don't call them the second time. How many times will they call anybody here? 3 times. How many we don't do? 2 times. You remain one now. Will they call the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Distinguished Senator Godswill Apkabio, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, now the Senate President of the 10th Assembly. 9 with the call. In number we finish with 515. Now here with the call, so my brother.
As a result of this interview, Issa, widely known as Ordinary President, because that's what he's referred to, revealed this during his program on Monday, the 24th of February, stating that he expected to appear before the lawmakers no later than February 27, meaning he's been summoned just for ordinary calling somebody on phone and interviewing innocently. Which, by the way, Apkabio, Senator Apkabio, President, Senate President, Godswill Apkabio, Daddy. He was actually called as soon as he heard the voice of Ordinary President. He hung up. So he too was given the room to explain himself. He did. So why summon Ordinary President to the House of Senate? Anyway, in Naija unfolding, that's how things they be. According to reports, the summons is reportedly linked to a recent live phone interview Issa conducted with Senator Natasha Senate, where she aired her grievances against Senate President Godswill Apkabio. Are we now intimidating media personnel from trying to get the truth and serve to the masses for better judgment rather than wrong conclusions? We don't want the masses to be having idea. We not call you say, say your own, say your own. Then the next thing is, I should come to House of Senate and come have been summoned here. You people are very powerful. But anyway, what do I know? We are Nigerians, right? Moving on. But let me also ask something. Is that why we are here? Hmm? In the National Assembly, are there no more pressing issues faced at the country? Mr. President, Mr. Senator President, that you are summoning my colleague to come and start answering you like that. You should be more concerned with more pressing issues. Huh? Okay, following the unfolding drama, Senate President Apkabio said this on Tuesday while announcing the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Senate, will face a disciplinary panel over her outburst following seat relocation. But the Senate President, who describes the altercation as a result of lack of understanding of the Senate guidelines, ordered the management of the National Assembly to organize periodic orientations for senators who he referred to as mainstreamers. Yes. Meanwhile, Senator Natasha isn't letting go that easy as she has filed a lawsuit bordering on alleged defamatory statements. The lawsuit filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja on the 25th February through her counsel, Victor Giwa, also listed Mfon Patrick, a senior legislative aide to Mr. Apkabio, as a defendant. The case resulted from a Facebook post allegedly made by Mr. Patrick following a heated argument between the Senate President and Mrs. Akpoti Oduaga over a change in her seat in the Senate chamber last Thursday. Mrs. Akpoti Oduaga said the post was defamatory, provocative, and damaging to her reputation. She cited a statement from the post titled, "Is the Local Content Committee of the Senate Natasha's birthright?" She argued that the post claimed that she had little understanding of legislative rules and suggested that she believed being a lawmaker was only solely about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers. That's deep. The senator stated that these remarks were false and meant to ridicule, damage her credibility, and expose her to public contempt, which is true. It's bad enough that we women have to fight for certain things. Then, because we happen to be wearing same portfolio as a man, the man tries to defame us so that we are seen in a very shallow light. I'm never going to understand why men are quick to call us names in a world where we rarely would think of names to call them. Simply because if I feel because it get intimidated. Because otherwise we have a job to do. Why not face the job? What's with calling names? What's with now woman? What's with things like the Edo man will say, now this they take urinate, so she no be where man they do woman they It's really saddening because we've come to a level of exposure in Nigeria that we shouldn't be hearing of these things no more. But it's saddening that we still keep hearing these things. Let's continue. She then asked the court to declare the statement defamatory, order Mr. Apkabio and his aide to pay the sum of 100 billion naira in general damages and award her 300 million naira as litigation costs. And there we go see say Kaki, he didn't let her. Okay, so concerned voices such as that of our very own powerful mommy Obi Ezekwesili has shared her concern on this issue. Guys, on AKTV Naija, we have the new segment called The Businessman. We celebrate entrepreneurs on this segment. The Businessman segment is open for sponsorship. So for interested sponsors, kindly contact us on +234-9126-846864 or send us an email on aktvnaija@outlook.com. Also remember to hit the subscribe button right below this video. Kindly share and like our videos. See you on the next one. But for now, make an always turn our time. Bye.